If you skip this video, you'll wish you hadn't. There's a hidden switch in your mind and right now. For most people, it's turned off. This isn't a metaphor. It's a real, physical point that ancient sages used to calm the mind and restore the body in minutes. And now, modern science is confirming what they knew all along. In this video, I'll show you exactly where this point is, how to activate it in under 60 seconds, and why it works like a light switch for anxiety and stress. But there's something no one tells you about activating it. If you do it the wrong way, nothing happens at all. So stay with me until the end, because what I reveal in part 7 isn't just information. It could permanently change how you experience your mind, your body, and your life. Before we continue, comment below. I am ready to awaken. The doctor of the future will not prescribe medicine, but will interest his patients in the care of the human body, in diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease. Your body possesses a secret switch, a reset mechanism capable of silencing anxiety and awakening immediate clarity. This is not a metaphor, but a biological reality known to ancient sages and lost in the noise of modern life. The power to access this tool lies not in external rituals, but locked within your own physiology, awaiting the right command to be activated. This key is a physical point, a button that chronic stress and erasing mind keep dormant. The fact that you found this video is a sign that your consciousness is ready to regain control. The journey begins at the precise location of this portal, a point that connects your spine to your skull, known by the ancients as the gateway to serenity and self-healing. Imagine an internal control panel with a master button that modulates your entire state. In minutes, it can take you out of alert mode and put you in a state of calm and recovery. This knowledge has been rediscovered, rescuing a bodily wisdom that our civilization has lost. The ancients understood that certain points on the body were direct access points to control the nervous system. The power of this secret is so simple it seems too good to be true, and that's why it's been ignored. We spend our lives searching for complex solutions to problems that often have direct answers within our own bodies. The truth is, you already possess the most sophisticated self-healing mechanism that exists. You just need to learn how to activate it and use it to your advantage. This journey is an invitation for you to verify this power for yourself. Stress, insomnia, and overload are just your system's alarm ringing incessantly. What we're going to do now is find the switch that turns off that alarm and restores your peace. Finding the point is the first step, but the real challenge is learning the activation code that transforms this gesture into healing. The real challenge wasn't how to activate the point, but first how to find it. And for that, you don't need ancient maps, compasses, or any external tools. The map is your own body. The missing switch is located in a place of power, a point of confluence where the energy rising through your spine meets the vast consciousness housed in your skull. It is the bridge between the physical and the mental. Ancient cultures that mapped the human energy body gave this point tremendous importance, treating it as one of the most sacred and effective portals for regulating health and well-being. In traditional Chinese medicine, for example, this location is known as the VG16 point or Feng Fu, which translates as Palace of Wind. The name is poetic, but its function is extremely practical. They believed that pathogenic external energies, such as wind that causes colds, stiffness, and headaches, entered the body through this portal. Therefore, protecting and stimulating this point was not only a form of healing but also of prevention. It was like guarding the main gate of the castle, ensuring that only beneficial energies could enter and circulate freely through your system. For Taoist monks and Qigong practitioners, this point was even more significant. They saw it as a crucial center for the circulation of qi, the vital energy. It was believed that a blockage at this point could lead to mental stagnation, confusion, and a general feeling of heaviness and fatigue. Activating it, on the other hand, was like opening a floodgate, allowing energy to flow into the brain, nourishing the mind, improving memory, and promoting a state of clarity and calm alertness. It was the key to transforming dense bodily energy into a more subtle and refined mental energy. Now, let's get practical. The location is surprisingly simple and precise. Sit or stand with your spine straight. Take one of your hands to the back of your head. Begin to slide your index or middle finger down right in the center of your neck. Following the line that descends from the top of your head, you will feel the skull bone and, just below it, before reaching the vertebrae of your neck, your finger will find a depression, a small, soft hollow. That's exactly it, the point where the skull ends and the spine begins. You found it. This small hollow is your target. Thousands of years of empirical wisdom passed down from master to disciple point to this exact spot as a command center for relaxation, calm, and vitality. It's a point most of us completely ignore, but one that holds immense potential. By touching it, you are connecting to ancestral wisdom, to knowledge that has survived the test of time because it simply works. You are touching one of your own body's best-kept secrets, a switch that has remained off for far too long. But what makes this point so powerful is not just tradition, but modern science, which has impressively confirmed what the ancients already knew through intuition and practice. The discovery of exactly what happens in your nervous system when this point is stimulated is shocking and reveals why it has an almost immediate power over your body, capable of changing your state from stress to calm in a matter of minutes. Finding the point was the first step. Now you need to learn how to turn the key, the activation code that nobody told you. You found the point, the physical key to your internal control panel. But having the key in your hand doesn't open the door. You need to know how to turn it. And the secret lies not in force, but in synchronicity. Activating this point is a ritual of reconnection, a silent dialogue with your nervous system. You need to use the language it understands, a combination of touch, pressure, and most importantly, breath. It is this combination that transforms a simple mechanical gesture into a powerful command that reverberates throughout your body, initiating a cascade of biochemical reactions that lead to a state of profound calm. To begin, find a comfortable position, sitting with your spine straight to allow energy to flow unobstructed. Close your eyes for a moment and bring your attention inward. Place the tip of your index or middle finger again on the Feng Fu point, that small hollow at the base of the skull. Don't do anything yet. Just feel the point. Acknowledge this portal. Now the technique begins. It's a cycle we will repeat, and with each repetition you will deepen the state of relaxation and presence, teaching your body a new path away from stress. The activation code is a 3-step synchronized process. The first step is inhalation. Begin to inhale slowly and deeply through your nose, feeling the air fill your lungs. As you inhale, begin to apply firm, steady pressure to the point with your finger. Imagine you are pressing a button that needs to be held down. The pressure should not be painful, but rather present and focused, as if you wanted to reach something deep beneath the skin. Continue pressing as the air completely fills your lungs, establishing the connection. The second step is the pause. At the end of the inhalation, with your lungs full, hold your breath for about 3 to 5 seconds. During this pause, maintain firm pressure on the point. This is the crucial moment. This is where the signal is sent and registered by your nervous system. The combination of held breath with continuous pressure creates a state of maximum internal awareness. You can, if you wish, make very small, slow, circular movements with your finger, deepening the stimulation, as if you were tuning into an internal radio station. The third and final step is exhalation. Begin to exhale slowly through your mouth, gently and in a controlled manner, as if you were blowing through a straw. As you release the air, gradually begin to ease the pressure of your finger, synchronizing the release of touch with the emptying of your lungs. Feel the tension dissolving, flowing out of your body along with the air. At the end of the exhalation, your finger should only be resting lightly on the point without pressure. Repeat this complete cycle of inhalation with pressure, pause, and exhalation with relief at least 5 times. This simple cycle is the language your body understands. It's a direct command to switch from alert mode to rest and recovery mode. Each repetition deepens the effect, strengthening the new neural pathway you're creating. You're teaching your body a shortcut to calm. But what exactly happens inside your brain and body when you execute this code? What science has discovered about this mechanism is what separates this technique from a simple relaxation exercise and elevates it to a biohacking tool. What ancient sages called magic or energy flow, modern science can now map and explain with impressive precision. The almost instantaneous calm you feel when activating the VG16 point is not a placebo effect. It's a direct and powerful neurological response. This point on the back of your neck wasn't chosen by nature at random. It's a privileged access point to one of the most important and influential structures in your body, the vagus nerve. And understanding what it does is understanding the secret to taking control of your inner state. Think of the vagus nerve as your body's main information highway. It's the longest of the cranial nerves and extends from the brainstem to the abdomen, connecting to the heart, lungs, stomach, and other vital organs. It's the commander-in-chief of your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the part of your system responsible for what we call the rest and digest response. It's the exact opposite of the sympathetic system, which governs the fight or flight response, the one that fires in moments of stress, releasing cortisol and adrenaline. When you are anxious, stressed, or overwhelmed, your fight or flight system is hyperactive. Your heart beats faster, your breathing becomes shallow, your muscles tense, and your mind races. What stimulation of the VG16 point does is act as a handbrake on this system. Pressure applied to this specific point sends a direct signal through nerve fibers to the vagus nerve nucleus in the brainstem. This signal is a clear and unequivocal instruction. You can relax. The danger has passed. Activate recovery mode. Upon receiving this command, the vagus nerve kicks in. It releases a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine, which acts as a natural tranquilizer for your body. Acetylcholine instructs your heart to slow its rate, which in itself sends a calming signal to the brain. It also helps reduce systemic inflammation, one of the most harmful byproducts of chronic stress. In essence, you're using a physical point to hack your own biology, turning off the fire alarm and turning on the sprinkler system that calms everything down. This process is known as increasing vagal tone. People with higher vagal tone are more resilient to stress, recover faster from adversity, and generally have better cardiovascular health. Regularly stimulating the VG16 point is like weight training for your vagus nerve. You are strengthening your body's ability to self-regulate, to move out of panic mode and back to a state of balance and calm more quickly and efficiently. You are literally taking control of your nervous system. The immediate effect this causes is something you can feel in less than a minute. Breathing deepens naturally, shoulders relax, the mind seems to slow down, and a sense of peace begins to settle in. It's not a forced peace, but a peace that emerges from within, as if your natural state is finally coming to the surface. What you are feeling is a real change in your biochemistry, and this change doesn't stop there. The activation of the vagus nerve triggers another response, a wave of energy that floods the body in a completely new way. As soon as you complete the activation cycle and your parasympathetic nervous system takes over, something remarkable happens. The first sensation is an almost immediate physical relief. It's as if a weight you didn't even know you were carrying is gently lifted from your shoulders. The tension accumulated in your neck, shoulders, and jaw begins to dissolve. But this sensation is only the surface of what is really happening. What you are experiencing is not just muscle relaxation. It is the awakening and release of your vital energy. Eastern traditions have different names for this energy, such as Qi in China or Prana in India. But the concept is universal. It is the life force that animates all living beings. In a state of chronic stress and anxiety, this energy becomes blocked, stagnant. Think of it as a dammed river. Muscle tension, shortness of breath, and a racing mind are like barriers that impede the natural flow of this energy. The result is a feeling of tiredness, heaviness, mental confusion, and lack of vitality. Even if you have slept enough, when you activate the VG16 point and calm the nervous system, you are in practice opening the floodgates of this dam. The energy that was trapped in the upper part of the body, fueling anxiety and circular thoughts, begins to flow freely. Your breathing, now deeper and more abdominal, acts like a pump, propelling this renewed energy throughout your system. Blood circulation improves, bringing more oxygen and nutrients to every cell in your body, including your brain. That's why after the practice, many people report a paradoxical feeling of calm and energy at the same time. It's a different kind of energy than that generated by caffeine or sugar, which is jittery and followed by a crash. This is a serene, focused, and sustainable energy. It's your own essential energy, which was being wasted keeping the body in a state of alert, finally being redirected towards vitality, clarity, and regeneration. It's as if a window were opened in a stuffy room, allowing fresh, clean air to enter and renew the entire environment. This surge of energy has immediate practical effects. The mind, previously clouded by the fog of stress, becomes clearer and sharper. The ability to concentrate increases. Creativity, stifled by survival mode, begins to flourish again. You feel more present, more connected to your body and the environment around you. The feeling of being trapped in your own head diminishes, giving way to a sense of integration and well-being that spreads throughout your being from head to toe. Understanding and feeling this surge of energy is transformative. You realize that vitality isn't something you need to seek outside, but something you can cultivate from within. And by learning to use this technique at specific and strategic moments of your day, you can completely transform your quality of life, using your own body as the most powerful tool to manage your internal state. The key now is to transform this knowledge into a habit, a ritual that integrates perfectly into your daily life. Knowledge, however powerful, remains useless if it is not applied. True mastery over your inner state does not come from performing this technique once, but from integrating it into your daily life, transforming it into a personal ritual. The key to self-healing and sustained self-regulation is consistency. And the most powerful moments to apply this practice are the moments of transition, the bridges between different states of your day, which are precisely the moments when stress tends to accumulate or manifest itself most strongly. The first crucial transition ritual is before bed. For many people, nighttime is a mental battleground. The head rests on the pillow and the mind, suppressed during the day, begins to race, replaying worries, fears, and to-do lists. This happens because the fight or flight system is still active. By activating the VG16 point for a few minutes before bed, you send a clear command to your body: the day is over. It's safe to switch off. This calms the nervous system, decreases cortisol production, and prepares the body for deep, truly restorative sleep. The second crucial transition moment happens right after waking up. What's the first thing most people do? They grab their cell phone. This act instantly throws us into reactive mode, bombarding our brains with emails, news, and notifications, activating the stress system before we even get out of bed. Instead, try a new ritual. Before touching your phone, sit up in bed and activate the VG16 point for a minute or two. Use this technique not to relax, but to fill yourself with natural energy and calm, establishing a tone of presence and control for the rest of your day. The third and perhaps most important ritual is for those stress peaks during the day. You know that moment when you feel overwhelmed, when anxiety starts to rise in your chest, or when mental fatigue hits hard. Those are the moments when your nervous system is screaming for help. Instead of reaching for coffee or a distraction, find a 1-minute refuge. Go to the bathroom, an empty room, or simply turn around in your chair. Close your eyes and activate the point. It's your emergency reset button, your instant refuge that's always with you. Each time you repeat this practice, you're not just getting momentary relief. You're physically strengthening the neural pathway of your vagus nerve. It's like creating a path in the forest. The more you walk it, the clearer and easier it becomes. Over time, your body will learn to access this state of calm with increasing ease. Sometimes, even with a simple touch or intention, you are reconditioning your default stress response, shifting from an automatic panic reaction to a conscious calm response. But there's something deeper that happens with this regular practice. By strengthening this connection and allowing yourself to enter states of deep relaxation, you begin to access older layers of your nervous system. Consistent practice begins to unlock not only the tension of the day, but tensions that have been stored for a long time. And in doing so, something unexpected can happen. A release that goes far beyond the stress of everyday life and touches the root of your healing. The secret self-healing button is activated. Now we arrive at the heart of this journey, the central point that elevates this technique from a simple wellness hack to a profound self-healing tool. When you press the VG16 point and breathe consciously, you are doing much more than just relaxing your muscles or calming your mind. You are in fact opening a file, a living file stored not on a computer but in the cells and tissues of your own body. Your body is a record of your entire life, and it remembers everything, especially what your conscious mind has tried to forget: traumas, emotional shocks, periods of intense stress, unprocessed sadness. All these experiences, when not fully resolved, do not disappear. They remain trapped in the nervous system as frozen energy. The neck, shoulders, and jaw area is one of the main places where the body stores this chronic tension. It is the physical manifestation of the fight or flight posture of constantly being on guard. This armor of tension, which becomes normal for us, is actually a record of past battles that never truly ended. Regular and deep activation of the vagus nerve through the VG16 point acts as a key that begins to unlock this frozen energy. By bringing the nervous system to a state of safety and deep relaxation, you are giving it permission to finally process and release what was trapped. This is why, during or after the practice, you may experience reactions that seem to come out of nowhere, a sudden and uncontrollable urge to sigh deeply, a yawn that seems to come from the soul, or even a wave of emotion such as sadness or joy that arises without an apparent mental trigger. Don't be alarmed if this happens. On the contrary, receive it as an extremely positive sign. These reactions are your nervous system in action, doing what it was designed to do: self-regulate and heal itself. Sighing is the body releasing tension from the diaphragm. Yawning is a mechanism to regulate brain temperature and increase a state of calm alertness. Tears are a way to release stress hormones and process repressed emotions. It's your body's memory cleaning itself, like a computer deleting old and corrupted files to free up space and function better. This is true self-healing in action. It's not about positive thinking or forcing change, but about creating the physiological conditions so that the body can do its healing work. You are getting out of the way and allowing your body's innate intelligence to restore balance. Healing at this level is not just about relieving the symptom of stress, such as a headache or insomnia. It's about going deeper and releasing the root cause of the tension, the emotional baggage you carry that fuels the stress cycle in the first place. It's your body healing itself from the inside out. Each time one of these releases happens, you become a little lighter, a little freer. You are letting go of the invisible weight of the past that shaped your reactions in the present. This reconnection with your essence, free from the armor of the past, is what prepares us for the next step, where physical healing meets the power of the conscious mind to amplify and direct this new energy. You have accessed the physical mechanism, the hardware of your self-healing. You have learned to activate the switch that calms the nervous system and releases old tensions. Now it's time to install the software, to use the power of your consciousness to direct and amplify this process. The ancient Egyptian god of writing and wisdom, Thoth, taught that the word, the verb, is an act of creation. Reality is not just something that happens to us. It is something we co-create with our thoughts, beliefs, and intentions. Healing is complete when the physical process is sealed with a clear mental command. Touching the VG16 point is the gesture that opens the door. Conscious breathing is the rhythm that allows entry. But the word, your focused intention, is what decides what will happen inside the room. While you perform the technique, especially during the pause when pressure is maintained and the body is in a state of maximum receptivity, you can introduce a command, a simple, clear, and powerful statement that aligns your conscious mind with the healing process your body has already begun. This command doesn't need to be complex. In fact, the simpler, the more powerful. It can be a phrase like, I release all tension now. I activate my healing energy. I choose calm and peace. Or simply the word release on the exhale. By doing this, you are uniting two immense forces, the innate intelligence of your body and the creative power of your focused mind. The word becomes a mantra, a vibration that resonates through the vagus nerve, reinforcing and amplifying the signal of calm, clarity, and regeneration. Think of it like programming a computer. The state of deep relaxation that the technique induces makes your subconscious extremely receptive to new instructions. In our normal stressed state, the conscious mind is full of noise and resistance. But in this calm state, the gatekeeper of the critical mind is relaxed, and your intentions can penetrate more deeply, reprogramming old patterns of thought and reaction that contribute to stress and anxiety. You are no longer just asking to relax. You are commanding your own healing at a fundamental level. This practice of uniting touch, breath, and intention also changes your relationship with your own mind. You begin to realize that you are not a victim of your thoughts. Instead of being swept away by an endless stream of worries, you learn to use your mind as a tool, a rudder to steer your inner state. You go from passenger to pilot of your own experience. This perception of power and control is in itself one of the most potent antidotes against anxiety, which thrives on feelings of powerlessness. By practicing this consistently, you begin to notice that your external reality starts to reflect this new internal programming. You become less reactive to triggers that previously destabilized you. You find more clarity to solve problems. You feel more resilient in the face of challenges. This practice of commanding your own healing not only changes how you feel, but also transforms the way you perceive and interact with your own body, leading to an even deeper revelation. Your body is not a machine, it's a temple. The continuous practice of activating this power point, combined with conscious intention, inevitably leads to a radical shift in your perception. Your body, which you may have treated as a vehicle, a machine that needs repairs and fuel, or even as an enemy that causes you pain and discomfort, begins to reveal itself as something far more sacred. It ceases to be an it and becomes a you. You begin to understand, at a cellular level, that your body is a living temple, an intelligent and conscious sanctuary that houses your essence. The base of your neck, the VG16 point, ceases to be merely an anatomical point and transforms into an altar where mind and body, which have lived in conflict for so long, finally meet in harmony and devotion. Each conscious touch becomes an act of reverence. Each deep breath becomes a silent prayer, an act of gratitude for the incredible intelligence that keeps you alive every second. You realize that healing is not something you do to your body, but something you do with it, in partnership. This new understanding dissolves the inner struggle. The peace you so desperately sought in external circumstances, in achievements, or in the silence of the world, you discover is an inherent quality of your own being, a vibration you can access at any time simply by returning home to your temple. You understand that true longevity, vibrant health, and lasting well-being do not depend on accumulating possessions or escaping the noise, but on learning to inhabit this sanctuary with presence, care, and respect. Anxiety and stress lose much of their power when you make this shift in perception. They cease to be enemies to be fought and become messengers, signs from your temple indicating that something is out of balance, that you have disconnected from your presence. Headaches are no longer a curse, but a call to pause, breathe, and activate your calm point. Insomnia is no longer torture, but an invitation to release the day's tensions and reconnect with inner silence. The body becomes your greatest ally, your most reliable guide. You begin to care for your temple in other ways as well. The choice of food, the need for movement, the desire for nature and silence. All of this becomes more intuitive. You don't do it out of obligation or discipline, but out of a deep sense of love and respect for this body that allows you to experience life. The journey that began with a simple spot on the nape of your neck expands into a philosophy of life, a way of existing in the world that is more integrated, conscious, and harmonious. And it is here that the deepest wisdom is revealed. The key to the temple, the key to your peace and power, was never lost. It has always been with you, embedded in your own biology, patiently waiting for you to remember where to look. You realize that everything you need to heal, to find peace, and to live with vitality is already stored within you. And this realization is not an end, but the true beginning of your journey of self-mastery. Now, knowledge is in your hands not as an abstract theory, but as a practical and real tool. You hold the key, a physical button that can transform your inner state in a matter of seconds. The ancient wisdom of Thoth and the discoveries of modern science finally converge on a single powerful truth. The power to heal yourself is literally in your head, waiting to be activated by you. The search for external solutions, for magic pills, or for gurus to save, you can end here and now. Responsibility and power are back where they always belonged. With you, you no longer depend on anything or anyone to find a moment of peace amidst the chaos. Your own body has held this secret for you since birth. Every time you press this point, breathe, and direct your intention, you are sending the most powerful message possible to every cell of your being. I trust in my ability to heal myself. I am in control. I am the guardian of my own temple. This affirmation, reinforced by a physical action and a real neurological response, begins to rewrite the stories of powerlessness and victimization that you may have carried for years. This point isn't going anywhere. It won't abandon you. It will always be there at the nape of your neck, like an anchor, a silent ally waiting to serve you in moments of stress, at the peak of exhaustion, or in the middle of a sleepless night. It is proof that you are never helpless. Even when the outside world seems out of control, you always have a place to return to, an inner sanctuary where you can restore your calm, your clarity, and your strength. Your security no longer resides in external circumstances, but in your ability to regulate your own system. Your life doesn't fundamentally change when the world around you calms down. That's an illusion. Your life truly changes when you awaken the hidden power that has always been there, dormant within you. True freedom is not the absence of challenges. If you've made it this far, you're no longer the same person who started this video. You now possess knowledge that few have, the key to a power that has always been within you. To let me know you've completed this journey, leave a comment with the phrase, "I found the secret button." If this message resonated with you, and you'd like to support the channel in a more direct way, there's an option to contribute in the first pinned comment. Any support truly means more than I can say. It helps this space grow and allows me to continue sharing messages like this. But know this, simply staying until the end already supports the channel more than you realize. If you feel called, share this video with someone who might need these words right now. And before you go, your journey doesn't end here. I've prepared a special follow-up video to help you go even deeper into what we uncovered today. Don't leave yet. Click the video appearing on your screen now, and I'll meet you there.